usual, I'm sharing first the link on my page so that we can promptly start right after. Okay, there we go. Wait. And okay. Good afternoon. Kumusta po kayo? Welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of Pageantry Norms. What's exciting about this afternoon's episode is that it will be our last episode for 2020. And we're going to leave 2020 behind finally. So we're looking forward to a grander scene or pageant here in 2021. Early shout out to our early birds, Bon, Varix, Maratas Gloria, and Siren Sakai. And this afternoon, it's like I'm calling it like our Christmas episode, but the international edition because we also have guests who are international title holders this afternoon. This is our part three of the Christmas episodes of Pageantry Norms, and I'm excited for you to interact with these queens in a way that's more relaxed. Okay, panotis po for Ion Visla. Ayan, nag-shoutout to tayo again. All right, so this is our Christmas with the Queens Part 3, and we have four guests this afternoon. The fourth one, we're just waiting for her to finally get her bearings and so that she can join us in the live discussion because she's the one in an entirely different time zone. Okay, she's in Kosovo. But let me introduce to you first the three ladies who are with me right now. We have a Filipina, we have a Singaporean, we have a Vietnamese, and the fourth one is from Kosovo. Okay, so let me introduce first the Filipina. She is Miss Globe Philippines 2020. Just last month, she represented the Philippines and the Miss Globe 2020 held in Tirana, Albania. And she finished in the top five. She was named fourth runner-up. And friends, please welcome the bubbly Miss Rowee Lucero. Hello, Rowee. Where are you, Rowee? I cannot see you, Rowee. Nasaan ang connection mo, Rowee? Nakakaloka yung connection mo, Rowee. Where are you, Rowee?
I can see myself. There you go.
Ayan ang ginawa pa sinasabi ko eh. My God. Rowee, please greet our viewers first.
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone. And thank you, Tito Norms, for having me here for a chill afternoon chikahan after the holidays.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited to talk.
Yes,
about
I'm more
everything.
excited about that brooch on your blouse because it's really so. I should have gotten a bigger brooch so that a rose brooch or something.
You know, it's Christmas, so, we have to use the gifts and that. So I'm just kidding.
Oh, I see. So it's a gift. I wonder who gave that
From
to
my
you.
ninong, from my godfather.
Okay, I see. Because you have a ninong and there's so many people out there who are very generous during the holiday season. Okay, shout out tayo ulit for... Oh, hi, Noy Sabilano. Merry Christmas too. Thank you for watching. And Rowee, how was your Christmas, dear?
Wow, it's a little bit busy. I didn't expected it to be that busy because I try to be with everyone and try to attend my family at the province and be with my friends here in Manila. But it's really fulfilling, and I could say that this is my most memorable Christmas. So yeah, it was very fun.
Memorable, huh? Memorable Christmas.
Yeah.
Rowee, you're from Bulacan, right?
Yes.
What
Pure
part?
Bulacan, yeah.
Is it because I'm from Bulacan too? You're from Gintuba or From what
Yes,
part of?
actually, I was born technically in Malolos, but I was raised in Giginto. So my
Yeah.
first pageant, my first everything is in Giginto, Bulacan. So yeah,
Rowee, did you know that I studied high school in Giginto?
national vocational where?
No, in
How
the
where?
seminary.
Oh my God! Really? I didn't
Yes,
know
yeah, I studied for 4 years. I was supposed to be a priest.
that.
Yeah,
Wow,
but it's hard to imagine, no? And looking at me,
it's
you
so
would say,
far.
"My God, a priest! My goodness!" But I
It's
did.
shocking and surprising.
Yeah, that's I spent 4 years there. That's the reason why I can speak and pray fluently in ancient Latin because it's part of the. Um, but what did you eat for Noche Buena this year, Rowee?
Wow. Oh, there's a lot. Like I visited three households, so I have
Oh,
to
you
eat there. Well,
you
in
must be
Bulacan,
full. You must be full after
I'm
three
feeling
Noche
full,
Buenas.
bloated, everything. But I mean, it's only this one day of the whole year that you have the license to eat everything that you could. So, well, the famous Filipino dishes like menudo, what else? The fried chicken, spaghetti, and fruit salad, everything, buko salad, everything. And then when I get back to Manila, we ate in this hotel for this Christmas special menu, which is like also like a grand menu full of lechon, turkey, buko salad, everything. So I'm
So
so full.
so the question now is, what is your current waistline?
Can we not talk about it? I don't know,
you,
maybe 26 from
there's
25
a thing,
down to
there's a
26.
thing about Christmas. Whatever diet you worked hard for during the entire year, you are always open to just eating anything during the Christmas
Yes,
season
that's so
because
true.
you can always work out
That's
after
so
the new
true.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my principle during this during this holiday season. So I'm also on a day off right now.
Yeah, and another principle you should practice during the holiday season, Rory, is skip muna ang love life, hindi ba dapat? Parang, so that you can focus on your family, focus on your focus on your friends, focus on the importance of Christmas. But of
No,
course, if
because
you have
I wanna have it all. I wanna have it all. So
all right,
I
so it's just
celebrated with with the every people that's so important for me, and
so
I'm
it
glad I did it. I
only means
survived.
that you have a love life right now. My goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. She has a love life. And I'm happy that you have a love life. Because when you're in lockdown, it's so hard. There's really nothing much to expect. At least you were able to travel to Europe and be with. Would you like to greet the Miss Globe organizers, the people at Miss Globe also that you have been friends with, Rowie?
Hello, hello, Posa. Well, I'm speaking in Filipino because it feels like home whenever I have to think about them. Madam Mayas, Tito Kim, Tito Jean. Hello po sa inyong lahat. I really miss you all and I hope to see you outside Miss Globe, like Canada or somewhere here in the Philippines. I'm so
Wow.
you.
She's just sounding off her wishful thinking to the organizers that Rowie should be brought to Canada for a judging or something because actually Maya's also invited me to go to Canada. Um, but I was telling her that it's hard. It's really hard because
To get off the country as well, especially this.
true. If even just going to Hong Kong is difficult right now, or
Even just
Bangkok,
going to
or
Boracay or
exactly.
destination.
Exactly. Although I still would love to do some traveling in 2021. Not within, but anyways, by the end of this week, by the end of next week rather, it's already 2021. So we can look forward to
Let's
something.
hope. Let's hope everything will be on our favor.
Yes. I'll be back to you, Rowie. I'll just introduce our other guests.
Yes, of
Yeah, and before
course.
we do a
See you
group discussion,
later.
yes. Now, our second guest this afternoon, she was actually named the Miss Universe Singapore very recently. So she will be representing the Lion City in the next edition of Miss Universe, which I feel will happen around summer next year. Well, summertime in Asia, but we'll talk about it. I'll talk about it with this guest. She's very pretty. She speaks fluent Filipino, and she is she has the challenge of actually bringing Singapore to its best placement ever in Miss Universe, and I think she's capable of doing it. Friends, let us all welcome the beautiful Bernadette Belle Ong. Hello, Belle. Jingle,
Howdy.
jingle, jingle bell, jingle bell. Yes. Hi, hi, Belle. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How have you been?
I'm good too. No love life, but I'm still very happy.
That's okay.
Belle,
Loving
please
yourself.
greet our viewers first.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm so excited to meet all the girls that's going to be conversing with us. I can't wait to meet all of them. And I'm glad that you guys are hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, as I've said during your introduction, Belle here speaks fluent Filipino because she was born and raised here in the Philippines, but she moved to Singapore during her teen years. Was it during your teen years that were you how
So
young were you?
I was about 11 years old,
Yeah,
and pero pinanganak ako sa Pinas. And
yeah.
I was also
Now
living.
you can see, she's having all this Filipino phrases that she would scatter around her answers, which I like. Yeah, which I really like. During my introduction with you, Belle, remember I said, as Miss Universe Singapore 2020, you have the challenge of giving Singapore its best placement ever in Miss Universe. How's that for a challenge, Belle?
It's so stressful because, with some countries, you really do get the support that's required. So, for example, pulling in sponsors is not as much of a challenge because there is that SASH factor in the country. But that's one of the things that kind of adds on to the duties as well. So it is in itself a little bit of a challenge because that means I have to focus in more than just my training or working out or uh, with reading up on political issues. It's more than just that. It's also trying to pull as much sponsors as I can, trying to get the local community on board. Yeah, a lot.
I have a feeling that a key word for the next Miss Universe will be the word refreshing. The organization might be looking for someone more refreshing, someone who is not the cutter type that would be what people usually expect. So I think your presence there would be like a breath of fresh air
Aw,
because you more relaxed, more because you have I'll be honest with you, Belle, because you have that that Filipino influence in you mixed with your Singaporean bringing as well, that somehow makes a good blend of a representative. It's something that I just thought of right now because the minute you speak, yeah, like right now. By the way, I love the shade of your lipstick. Okay,
and this
every time, yeah, because whenever you speak, whenever you project right now, it's so relaxed. It's not as if you're being pressured too much. It's like you're just going to give it your best, but in a way that you will also enjoy the entire journey.
yeah.
So, what's your take on that, Belle?
I actually think that you hit the bullet in the head because Singapore doesn't have such a strong SASH factor, there's not too much eyes on the title. So me coming into the competition, there's not as much stress in other parts of the competition. I know that for other candidates in their country, there is a lot of opinions that's proliferating around the space, and that's because the country cares so much about this arena. Whereas in Singapore, it's not so much focused on, and that allows me to really just take it by stride. I don't necessarily have to listen to all the different voices because again, it is a little bit of an underdog, so there aren't too many voices that's proliferating around or telling me what I should do or what I'm not doing right. So it allows me to kind of take it by ease.
But you know, Belle, I have a feeling that if you do well in the next Miss Universe, whatever you
Mm.
just mentioned, it will somehow change because I think what Singapore needs is just a really good benchmark for performance that would make them want to express more interest in their Miss Universe Singapore. Because the last time that Singapore placed in Miss Universe was back in the 80s, when in 1983 and 1987, Singapore was in the semifinals of Miss Universe. So if you do well in the next Miss Universe, I think the Singaporeans will have a renewed interest in not only in Miss Universe but in international pageantry in general. I believe.
I
What do
believe
you think?
absolutely true. I mean, it's kind of the same story as Joseph Schooling, the swimmer, the Olympian swimmer, and he
Yes.
really didn't have the kind of support that was necessary, even though he was placing to be a athlete for Singapore, representing the country. And despite that, he had to, number one, fuel his own passion, and then number two, had to go overseas to make that work even further and to get the necessary training. So I guess in a way, it's also the same story here with pageantry. Not unless you really won will you really be celebrated as a winner, and will people really start caring about the arena. So that's definitely one of the goals, is to try and make Singaporeans care a lot more. And you know what? When I think about it, Singapore, what pageantry stands for, what a strong woman that's placing in the pageant space, is very similar to what a Singaporean woman already is. They embody the qualities that a Miss Universe is looking for. So it's not so far removed from their own reality, to be honest.
But I think that you're perfectly aware that the ASEAN nations are really like, aside from the Philippines, there's Thailand, there's Indonesia. They're really upping their game in international pageantry. And that's why you said something about Sash Factor earlier. But with Singapore being part of ASEAN, I think I'm challenging you already, Belle, that it's high time that we bring Singapore to that level of playing field that would make ASEAN a powerhouse.
100%, I agree. And it already is, but definitely would want Singapore, instead of just being a burden on all the other countries, to really try
Oh,
and pull its weight.
oh my God! No, not a burden at all. My goodness, no. I think it's just waiting for the perfect time to really shine, and I think you have a good shot at doing something very nice for Singapore in the next Miss Universe.
Thank you. I
Are
appreciate
you
it.
are you do you have any idea when you will be traveling to your?
We talked about traveling to, you mean the host country?
Yes.
We talked about maybe having it in April and May of 2021.
Hmm. Don't
Um,
say anything about the country first. Don't say anything about the where.
I
But
don't think there is a where yet.
yeah, because there's so many rumors floating around in pageant circles. It could be here, it could be there, it could be held in this place or that city or that state. But I've always told my readers and viewers that unless an official statement is made, then we cannot really keep on guessing where it will be held. My only wish is that whoever the next host city is, that it will be more exciting than 2019. Not that I'm saying that, well, not 2019 is okay, but I would rather see all the candidates really participate in the different competitions very well,
Yeah.
so that it's going to be more exciting, Belle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard that was a short stint as well last year, right?
Yes, it was short last year, and I think the next edition will be slightly longer.
Hopefully.
But what I hope is for all the ladies to actually um be given the chance to absorb the city, the whole city, enjoy the hospitality of the whole city, and not be just staying in the hotel room or the hotel itself all the time, because I don't like being stuck in a hotel every day. I like going out, doing some touristy things. What do you
Right.
think, Belle?
Oh, what I've heard from my predecessors, from the people that have represented Singapore and done it in the past, they've told me that it's it's honestly, the schedule is intense. It's honestly very difficult for you to even find time for yourself. And then to top it off with Miss Universe, they're really trying to impact an audience online as well. So on top of your tourism duties and your photo shoots and you're preparing for the costumes, the choreography, the walk, on top of all of that, um, you also have to connect with your audience online and make sure that they're keeping up to date. So I always say that, having a social media account is a job in itself. It's really exhausting. Creating content and making sure that you're relatable is a skill set in itself. And to have all of that happen while trying to figure out all of your schedules there, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be scary.
Because if you're not really used to having a very active social media life, it will take a lot of adjustment, but you'll get the hang of it after a while because you're doing it for Singapore, Belle. You're
And
Miss Universe Singapore.
yes, that's right. And honestly, it is such an honor to be able to hold this title, especially with the country doing so great right now with the pandemic. So I'm very, very proud of who I'm representing, what I'm representing.
All right. So I'll be back to you, Belle. I'll just introduce our other guests before we go into a group discussion. I just give I'll be introducing our Vietnamese lady. Our third guest this afternoon is actually the first Vietnamese to ever give her country its first Grand Slam title back in 2018 when she was crowned Miss Earth 2018. I have met her more than once, face to face, before the lockdown. Actually, we've spent lunch together. I've interviewed her before, and she's a very sweet and nice lady. Um, you just think that she's very prim and proper, but actually she's very fun to be with. Friends, all the way from Vietnam, please welcome the beautiful Miss Earth 2018, Phong Can Nguyen. Phong Can Nguyen. Hello,
Hello,
hello, Phong Can.
hello
Hi.
everyone. It's so nice to see you.
Yes, please greet our viewers first, Phong Can.
Hello everyone. My name is Phương Khánh Nguyễn, and I'm Miss Earth 2018. This is very honor for me to be here to talk with you guys, and I wish all the best for all of you.
Yes, Phong Can, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas is very cool. I stay at home. Actually, I stay at home with my family and prepare the Christmas dinner.
What did you have for Christmas dinner?
Um, Actually, I tried to find the turkey, but they didn't sell turkey here, so I have to bake to make a chicken something in Vietnamese style, and
Mm-hmm.
some pork rib, and a lot of cheese.
Oh, it sounds like something that you would eat in Europe or the Americas.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very,
like Europe
yeah,
Christmas dinner style.
yes. But what's keeping you busy this past? Uh, actually, in terms of lockdown, Vietnam has been doing very well. You're not
Yeah.
exactly on lockdown, so what's keeping you busy this past months?
This past month, actually, because of Vietnam doing very well in terms of preventing the COVID-19, so everything back to normal, people back to work, and also I also have work as well. So this month, I got some fashion show, some fashion photo shoot, and just do my normal job as a freelance model.
It's just very nice because when you talk about things being normal in your country, I feel like, oh my God, I hope that's going to happen also in other countries, that we can go back to normal because it's not easy. It's not easy living in the middle of a pandemic. But
Yes,
with you, you're able to, well, you have your photo shoots, you have your job and everything. And when are you going back to Manila?
yeah. In Vietnam, we are very lucky because we have a government and are early preventing everything. So that's why everything now back to normal. But still, we still have to stay at home more. Try to avoid all the like event that have a lot of people. Same as me. If I feel the like I should not go in there, I will just avoid, just cancel the job because we have to take to protect ourselves first.
So you got offers also to have photo shoots in far places in Vietnam, Pong Kan, that you have to turn down?
Yeah, I got a lot of invitation, like especially a lot of people in the Philippines, they want to work with me, but now it's not the right time to go back there, and I don't think that I hope that next year everything will back to normal in the Philippines, and I can meet my fan. Also, a lot of people that are giving me the opportunity to work there.
That's very true because Vietnam is just 2 hours of plane ride away. It's not far. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can just hop on a plane and after 2 hours you're in Manila already. But of course, we need to wait for the pandemic to be over first so that you can go back here because people are waiting for you here also because you will have
yeah.
projects to do here in
I
Manila.
already miss the food there.
What food do you miss, Pongkan? Because I will remind you, we had dinner, lunch. We had lunch at
Like,
one of the five-star hotels, and then you really enjoyed the food. Do you remember that dessert that we ate during that lunch, wherein it was shaped like, I don't know, it
like
was a pig or a rabbit or
the
something.
rabbit, the
Yeah,
rabbit.
it's a dessert shaped like a rabbit, and you really enjoyed it. And I will say something. Um, I do you miss ice buko? I like ice buko. Yeah.
You remember that? Oh my god.
Yeah, because I drink ice buko. Well, here ice buko means it's like a coconut juice.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you always smile whenever I say ice buko, but well, it's a private joke between me and
Yeah,
Pong,
it's
actually.
a secret between me and you.
Yeah, yeah, and where will you be spending your New Year, Pongkan?
Last year, I spent my New Year with my family in Singapore. This year is not good time for traveling as well, so maybe just staying at home, also preparing some food for family dinner.
What is the New Year like in Vietnam, Pongkan?
Uh,
Is it like
we
fireworks and
like
everything?
we celebrate two New Year. The first one is the coming one, and the second is the Lunar New Year. So for this New Year, 1st of January, so that's kind of like party New Year. We just have dinner with family, and then we go have fun with our friend. And for the Lunar New Year, it's more about family gathering.
Yes, because actually in the Philippines also, we look forward to the Lunar New Year because it's like a time when you will get good fortune. Um,
Yes.
there's a dragon dance, there are fireworks also, but it's something that you look forward to. It's just that it happens very close to the actual New Year because
Mm-hmm.
the Lunar New Year next year will be around February, and New Year is January, so it's very close.
Yeah,
I
soon. It's coming soon.
Yeah, I even think our technical director Gerard, who's also there in Vietnam with you, he will spend Lunar New Year
Yeah,
here in the Philippines next year. Yeah. All right.
year here.
So yes. So since our Miss Globe Lorinda is not yet in the backstage, do you reckon we can be returned? We need to go into a group discussion now so that we can welcome back Rowee and Belle in the frame, so we can go into a group discussion. Yes. Okay. And where is Rowena Lucero? My God,
Hello.
that brooch is really something. All right.
Ayan.
Okay. Let's talk about our best Christmases ever. Okay. Tell me, what would you consider to be your best Christmas ever? Let's start with you, Rowie. Best Christmas ever.
Um, I don't know if it will be that weird to say this, but as I've mentioned earlier, I consider this year to be my best Christmas of of all time, like for the past 5 years. Why? Because aside from the pandemic, that's like, of course, a negative thing that happened to every one of us. This was the year when I believe that I all of my dreams just came true, and I was able to represent the country for Miss Globe. I'm grateful that my family is healthy. Like after even we have this difficult, challenging times. It's one of the reason why I appreciate this year more, because it's it's just a light out of the darkness for me. So this is very special for, like, overcoming everything, the hardships for this year, and also like celebrating it at the end of the year. It's like being more grateful for the life and for the experiences that I've experienced. So yes, that's gonna be
That's
it.
very true, Rowie, because when you go back to the basics and you celebrate Christmases in the simplest manner ever, then it becomes more meaningful. It becomes more special because you
Mhm.
spend it with your family. Belle, how about you, Belle? What was your best Christmas ever? You're on mute, Belle. You're on mute.
Sorry, I sorry. I would say that how it would have to be when I graduated in Australia, and
Hmm.
my parents, my sister, my mom, and my dad, they all flew from Singapore all the way out here to Melbourne to celebrate it with me. And it just so happened it was in the December period, so we really got to spend it somewhere abroad, and that has been a while since we spent it in somewhere very foreign together as a family. So I would say that that would be the coolest thing, just the fact that I was able to wrap up one chapter of my life and have them there.
Again, of course, when you celebrate a holiday like Christmas with your family, even if you're abroad, you really tend to focus it on your family members who are closest to you when you're abroad, so that it makes the celebration more meaningful. When was this, Belle? Was this last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's 2017. So while
And
a
that,
month.
yeah, and that was the time before you actually entered pageantry, right?
Yeah, well, funny thing, I started when I was in university, when I was a major.
Mm-hmm.
Count university pageant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because
So
yeah, I remember when you actually participated during Miss Universe Singapore 2019,
mm,
and you were initially um, selected to represent the country in Miss Charm in Vietnam.
that's
Yeah,
true.
but now you will be going to Miss Universe. What?
Yeah, yeah, that's
So interesting. Yeah, yeah. How about you, Pongkan? What's your best Christmas ever? You're on mute, Pongkan. Unmute yourself, dear. There.
Okay. So every year for me, they have different feeling, different thing to say. But I think this year is the most wonderful one because beside of the pandemic, I feel lucky because like I'm safe and with my family, everybody's safe. So I feel very blessed. Actually, beside of the pandemic, this year I spend more time with family. As like like sometimes we are young. In Christmas, we just want to spend time with our friend, going out, party. I just saying the truth that is the truth. And this year, actually, like everybody more calm, taking the time to be with family and appreciate the thing that we are still safe and healthy. So I think this is the best Christmas ever for me.
Again, whenever you go back to the basics, it makes the celebration more meaningful. Yeah, like me, I spent Christmas with my mom. We're the lockdown companions, so you really focus on the people you love. Okay, so my next question it won't be about Christmas, but it will be about pageantry. So, with everything that's happening in the world right now, um, we initially thought that the pandemic will be over soon, but the things happening in the UK and US right now, it's saying that the virus might be developing or mutating in the new strain. Okay, whatever it is, we have to just be very optimistic. My question is this: what do you think would be the importance of pageantry in the middle of a pandemic? Is there an importance of pageantry in the midst of a pandemic? Rowee, you go first.
Yes. Oh well, this is the most important period for us to be more inclined to our advocacies. I think that's the main one. Like for example, with me during the lockdown, that was actually the moment wherein I got to be more in touch with my AHA Learning Center Foundation and family, wherein we're supporting and we're helping public school kids to be still in school and to help more kids to uh, still be able to be on their schooling even though it's just at home, and especially for those who really have no stable internet connection in that. And that's one, being on your advocacy more than ever, so it doesn't matter if it's like with earth, with education, with uh, anything else. So second would be, this is our perfect moment to be exactly the physical model of how to be healthy, how to still take care of ourselves physically, and most important, on our mental health. So this is a good opportunity for us to really be that light, that role model for the society on how we became the beauty and the model for like helping each and everyone. So yeah, I think those are my two strong factors on the importance of being a beauty queen and beauty pageant these days.
Thank you for that, Rowee. Belle, how about you? What will keep the essence of pageantry in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, I'm pretty new with all of this. I mean, I did mention that I was doing pageants when I was in university, but I think on the Miss Universe level, it is a completely different platform in itself. The one thing that I really noticed when I first got crowned as Miss Universe Singapore was the level of support and connectivity that I got from people all over the world. And I think that is something that needs to be remembered by when you're doing the pageant is, a lot of people are doing isolation by themselves. They might not necessarily think that it's worth connecting with other people or reaching out to them. But having done the pageant and being a representative in itself and really doing this live session with all of you guys, even though we are not in the same physical space, it transcends so much beyond that. And we're able to meet each other, relate with one another, talk about our problems. And I think that's really the beauty with what pageantry is about during the pandemic is connectivity and bringing all these nations together to talk and to feel good.
I agree, Belle. Actually, if I may just add, it's in pageantry one of the few um, industries around the world which has maintained a connection to people because of social media, because of all these Zoom meetings, StreamYard meetings. The connection is there. Even a virtual pageant, right? Even a virtual pageant. Okay. Yeah. And how about you? What's the importance of pageants in a pandemic? Okay, you're on mute.
Again. Okay, as you know, that Miss Earth 2010 year is a virtual pageant. That's make a very incredible thing. And in my opinion, I really, really appreciate Miss Earth organization that make it happen to celebrate their 20 year of Miss Earth. And as you know, it's hard for the delegate to travel all around the world to one country and to compete. But then um, the thing that Miss Earth make is to spread the awareness of environment. And I think even though with the virtual pageant, they make it good because it give me another idea of protecting the environment. That's like um, if we cannot go out there to plant a tree, to cleaning the place, or to do many things that can protect the environment, we can just sit at home in front of our computer, try to spread the awareness with the people that we know, using the connection, using the social media, that we can spread that awareness. That's also one of the most important thing that good for environment, and I think that's good. That will keep the sense of pageantry in the midst of the pandemic.
Thank you for that, Nyan. I'm going back to you, Belle. What is your opinion about some international pageants, even national pageants, doing it virtually? The virtual approach to pageantry. Are you? Well, I'm not. I won't ask you if are you in favor of that. But what are your thoughts about virtual pageants? Okay, you're on mute.
We keep doing this. I personally have no qualms about giving an opinion about whether I'm in favor or not in favor of it. Personally, I would say I'm not in favor of it just because it is different when you're spending time on a physical space with one another. It's so different to touch and feel and to experience all of these things on a human level. Whereas if you're interacting online, there is a little bit of distance that you can't normally recreate virtually. So personally, I would prefer it if the pageant would be on a physical space. But in saying that, these are unprecedented times, very different circumstances that we're dealing with. So I understand and do commend the organization for being able to pull through and organize that because it is difficult. Having the production be in sync in every single country is a huge challenge. and to really make sure that everybody steps to the plate and gets the right content in order is it's a lot of work. So in saying that, I do know that work as well as play, as well as the way we communicate with one another is very more fast-paced. So in a way, I suppose that this is just pushing us even further and really nudging us that we should really take a focus more on the internet space, and it's really trying to break those traditional structures where we think everything has to be done in a physical space, whereas you know what, people are still slowly realizing that maybe that's not necessarily true. Maybe we can start doing certain bits of work or certain bits of pageantry in the online space and then doing the rest somewhere else. So it's really interesting.
Thank you for that, Belle. Rowee, you are one of the few who actually did a physical pageant in the middle of a pandemic. You went out of your way, you traveled to Albania together with the other candidates, and all of you were so brave enough to actually take part in a physical pageant. Um, actually, your pageant is just one of two physical pageants in the international level this year. Um, were you Okay, tell me honestly, Rowie, were you afraid at first to actually do the traveling to Albania for the pageant? Because I know that you have all the visas to help you get or enter Albania very, very easily. But was there reluctance or was there fear in your heart when you were actually boarding that plane going to Albania?
Okay, Tito Norms, call me crazy. Call me crazy, but the only fear that I have at that moment is, or are, what would be the requirements? How am I gonna able to get out of the country? Am I gonna be allowed? Is it gonna be possible? Like, like the technicalities of really getting out of the country. So call me crazy if that's a little bit like, wow, are you not even scared of COVID and that? Well, I am, but it's more on like my excitement for me to get out of the country, representing the country, and knowing that it is like something that's like first time for this year for the Philippines. It's really, I don't know, it's really motivating for me to be the one on it. So I'm not really scared of the COVID itself, because I know that my immune system is partly strong,
Strong.
maybe. But yeah, because like until now I have went to 10th swab test, and thank God, thank you Lord, that's why I'm so happy. Until now I'm negative, and I don't have it. So I no, I'm more on the technicalities on like how am I gonna able to go there. So more on the COVID itself. That's it.
But my question for you, Rowie, what if Miss Globe turned out to be a virtual pageant? Would you still be interested?
Oh my God, Tito Rose. I was asking myself the same question, because my first thought, technically, I'm like, am I that telegenic or photogenic for the camera? Because let's stick to the grounds of virtual pageants. Not everyone will be as good looking as what they are in person, and vice versa, right? So also the feels of the traditional pageant feels that we are really going for or aiming for is not as the same compared to like doing it online or virtual. So I'm I'm partly hesitant, like, oh my God, if it's gonna be a virtual, am I still gonna be able to do it? Like, how am I gonna do a stage presentation, or how am I gonna do my production? So it's still gonna be a double effort. So maybe if it's a virtual pageant, maybe the result will be different. I'm just kidding.
Maybe you'll be Miss Globe.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm not sure if I can still be able to pull it off, like compared to like being really in there, like really talking to the organizers, like really engaging with the candidates, posing for the camera, you know. It's really different, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can pull it out. So yeah, that's my honest opinion about it.
All right. Okay. So let's go now to your respective plans for 2021. Let's start with you, Pongkan. What are your plans for 2021, Pongkan? Or you're on mute, dear.
We keep doing this. My plan for 2020 is to go back with my environmental project, and that is 2nd of January. I will attend to one ceremony, like planting tree event of the government, and that would be really great event. And I hope the pandemic will get over and I can go back to the Philippines to continue to work there and also in Vietnam.
All right. Okay, how about you, Belle? What, aside from, of course, representing Singapore in this universe, what are your other plans for 2021, Belle?
Well, it's so hard to make plans this year because the one thing I learned from last year is whatever plans that you prepared for the following year might not necessarily pan out the way you want it to. So I guess this year, for the next year, I'm not really putting in too much plans per se. Though I did make a vision board recently with my friends, and it's just basically a list of the kind of things that I would aspire to do. So let's just say it's like that. Apart from the training, where I think I'm going to the Philippines at the beginning of the year to prepare for Miss Universe, and apart from Miss Universe in itself, um, well, I do want to say something about the advocacy that I'm doing. It's actually for migrant workers in Singapore, and it's actually a huge thing that the organization that I'm doing it with, they're able to tie in with legislative acts in order to help the migrants support with their lifestyles. We're the biggest group of people that have been impacted during COVID, and people never really focused on them per se in Singapore up until COVID happened, because migrant workers in Singapore, they were clustered together in small living spaces, and so the the rate of infection was very high. So hoping for next year to work with the organization to do more legislative acts for them. So outside of Miss Universe, I would say that I just want to be able to, once everything normalizes, go to as much festivals as possible to reconnect with as many people as possible and to really bring the energy back up again. I think there's a lot of resting that has been done last year, or this year. A lot of staying at home, resting, harnessing your space, trying to improve yourself. And I think next year is the time to really unleash all that.
Thank you for that, Belle. Me, if you ask me, my plan for 2021 is to always say, last 2020, the past year, I want it to be the past very easily because I want to look forward. Yeah. Rowee, how about you? What are your plans for 2021, Rowee?
Whew. Oh, my plans for 2021. First, be flexible. So it's really actually the contrary of like planning, but
Mm.
I've learned how to not to be so perfectionist on my timeline. That's my biggest lesson of 2020, because it's like, oh, it's not going to my way or something. So I try to get rid of that attitude. So 2021, I want to be more flexible with my mindset and with my schedule, whatever is it. Uh, Second would be, of course, the best form and good health for me and my family. So I think another lesson for 2020 is that no matter how rich you are, no matter how good your job is, or how many money you have, material possession you have, if you're not healthy, you won't be able to enjoy it. So it's gonna be nonsense. So yeah, I hope that my family and me and my loved ones will be happy, healthy, and will not get this virus, whatever strain is it. And third, regarding my plans that I really want to accomplish is to learn more, like languages, and improve the system of my business, which is the language school, on how we can help other people as well to learn the language aside from me, to help other people learn the language while they're just at home, but like enjoying the space of their own home, at the same time trying to take off that language goal. So yeah, I try to plan it one at a time so that I won't be disappointed that the first quarter is not this and that. So yeah, that would be the three wishes. if I'm allowed to wish for three.
Okay. Nyan, how about you, Nyan? What is your New Year's wish for yourself? Okay, you're on mute, Nyan. Okay.
I keep forgot. My wish for New Year is to hope everybody in my family are healthy and we are safe. And I just hope the pandemic is over so everything will back to normal. That is
Okay.
over. Very simple.
Everything to go back to normal, which is actually what everyone also wants to happen. Yeah. So for our before we do any kind of parting words, I'd like to give each one of you time to talk about what or promote anything that you'd want to uh, be doing in the next couple of months. Maybe promote your social media account to further strengthen your presence virtually, of course. That this will be the time to do it. Belle, we will start with you.
Hi,
Promote what? Yeah. Okay, go.
so my social media is at Belle. It's just my name, and I'm pretty active on Instagram, so you can check me out there. And the advocacy that I really want to stand by right now it's raining raincoats. How appropriate! It's raining literally right outside my window. But It's Raining Raincoats is a nonprofit organization that's working with MOM, Ministry of Manpower. It's a government body in Singapore that helps migrant workers live a more holistic and happier life, especially during the pandemic and how hard it's been hit on them. So one of the really cool initiatives that they're doing right now is to crowdfund for this thing called Festive Lights Tour. So they're going to have these tour buses go around all the city areas, and migrant workers are able to just experience a full city tour with Christmas lights all over the street. So if that really helps you, if you are wanting to be a part of that special moment, you can definitely put in some money and make sure that they have enough funds available in order to host as many migrant workers as possible. So all you have to do is just go to It's Raining Raincoats. There are social media platforms on Instagram or on Facebook, and then they're doing their fundraising right there.
That's so cool. You told me it's all the raincoats and everything. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could travel to Singapore right now. I wish I could go to Vietnam right now, but I can only go to Bulacan right now. Rowee, Rowee.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. This is the time to promote whatever you'll be doing in the next month or two or the next 3 months, and I'll also promote your social media accounts for people to follow you and the like.
Okay. Everyone, as you know, I'm one of the ambassador for AHA Learning Center. So we are in line of helping the public school kids for Makati and Tondo. So we have this scholar shop wherein you can really shop for school supplies, providing for their needs for their education. So you can log on to please. So if you have like extra money, please help us raise our funds and raise school supplies for these kids. So please log on to www.aholearningcenter.com/scholarshop. So I think that's for now. That's all about it. And for the next few months, let's stay in touch by following me on my social media. So that's Lucero, Lucerowee on Instagram, and Rowee Lucero on Facebook. I will post more updates about the AHA Learning Center fundraising school for the public kids. So thank you so much for your generosity.
It's so nice, Rowie, because you are now actually a title holder who is spearheading this advocacy. Whereas before you were hoping to win a national crown, but now you have a national title and you performed well in the international.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you
so
so
no
much.
regrets, no
No
regrets at all,
regrets. No
no
regrets.
regrets.
No risk. No story.
Yes. Yeah, and how about you? Would you like to promote your social media accounts?
Hello, everyone. So, please follow me on my Facebook, which is my name, and also my Instagram, Phương Khánh Official. And also, I just create my TikTok and I share the link on my Facebook. So please follow me. And that's just um, the reason why I created TikTok because I want to share their daily life tips, like skincare, hair care, or cooking. Just my hobbies, and also please follow my social media so you can update all the environmental project and also the fashion event that I'm working with.
Yeah. Would you like to give a hopeful, a positive New Year message to everyone? You can talk to Vietnam or to other people as well.
The positive message is I just hope everybody appreciate every moment that you spend with your family because every moment is precious. You will not know what will happen tomorrow, so just taking care of yourself and be with your family. And I hope the pandemic will over once again, and hope everybody in the Philippines will stay safe and healthy.
Thank you for that, Pongkan. And someone in our viewers are saying, Pongkan, you joined Miss Universe Vietnam 2021. Ah!
Actually,
All right.
a lot of people were in like my coworker. They also asked me if I want to join the Miss Universe Vietnam.
Yeah, so that you and Belle can be together in the next Miss Universe, if ever. Oh, haha. All right. Belle, okay, positive New Year message to everyone. Singapore or to everyone else.
I know that this year has been a huge struggle for many. You might have lost a loved one, might have lost a job, but I just want you to hold firm on the belief that you are strong and you are here today for a reason. And whatever will come your way the following year, know that this struggle that you've been able to ride through has been a success. And if there is no struggle, there is definitely no progress. So sometimes all you really have to be doing for yourself is to decide what you want to do and just go for it, whatever it may be. Next year will be hopefully an even better and stronger year. Let's not forget that this year has definitely been a huge struggle, but let's not forget that we've also learned a lot from it too.
That's a nice thing about Belle being Miss Universe Singapore 2020. It's because your aura is really very Filipina. It's like, yeah, it's so unlike other Miss Universe Singapore title holders, and I think that refreshing part of you will help you do well in the next Miss Universe. What do you think, Belle?
Um, I don't see that. I don't know. I
Yes, you're so pinay whenever I'm talking to you right now. Your aura, the way you move, the way you talk, it's so pinay. And I like it because it's very refreshing. It's
I
very refreshing.
appreciate that. I'm glad you feel at ease with me.
Yes. And Rowee, how about you? What's your New
Hmm.
Year message to everyone?
Well, aside from giving them some advice or so, I just want to appreciate everyone's effort for surviving. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for keeping it together this year. You know, it's not a very easy year for each and every one of us, but seeing everyone how they cope up with on how they celebrate their Christmas, on how they stay positive, on how they adapt to this new modern world. It's I just want to congratulate everyone for surviving 2020. Each and every one of us for for being um keeping on our core and staying on our right mindset, like it's very hard for us to be productive this year, but we still manage it. Filipino spirit and our humanity is still like adapting to its new normal, and I just want to commend them for keeping up the good work on surviving. So aside from that, please take care of yourselves and stay healthy, and most important part is keeping a positive mindset, because no matter how healthy your body is, if your mind is depressed and really stressed, it's still the same thing. It's actually worse than that. So go guys, kaya natin to.
Okay. Thank you, Rowee. And someone from our viewers is saying that you should join another pageant next year. We'll see about that. Abangan. Let's wait and see. Now, that is our part three, the Christmas episode of Pageantry Norms. And in just 4 more days, it will be 2021. It will be New Year, and I'm so happy to actually reach that day when I can say goodbye 2020. You're so last year. I'm so looking forward to saying that because I'm ready to move forward to 2021, because like here at Pageantry Norms, 2021 will be a happy pageant new year because we will have a 1 week mid-season break for Pageantry Norms. So we'll be back with our next episode for season 3 on January 10. And please watch out for that episode because it will be very special, because all the national pageants will be represented. All the Philippine national pageants will be represented. Not by the queens, Rowie, mind you, not by the queens, but organizers themselves.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
So that's something that you shouldn't miss. But anyway, at this point, I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year because in just a few more days it will be 2021. Always stay strong, stay safe. Let's not be too complacent with our health and safety protocols, because you don't need to really have a big New Year celebration. You spend it with your family. Um, you can always be happy with the people you love. You don't have to to buy so many fireworks and light them outside your house. You can just blow your horns and be happy and jump so that you can be taller. And I'd really like to thank my guest. I'm sad that Miss Globe Lorinda has difficulty connecting to the live broadcast, but I'm very grateful that we have our Miss Earth 2018, Pong Kanyan, our Miss Universe Singapore 2020, Bernadette Belle Ong, whom I'm wishing best of luck in Miss Universe 2021. But of course, I'm looking forward to seeing you here in Manila for your training for Miss Universe, along with our Miss Universe Philippines, Rabia Mateo. And Rowee, yeah. Looking forward to what the thing that will happen to you in 2021. Of course, you're a beauty queen title holder now, so you're on a different level. So let's look forward to 2021 because I'm so excited to finally say again that goodbye
Goodbye
2020
2020.
and hello 2021. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon for our Christmas episode part 3. And please watch out for the return of Pageantry Norms Season 3 on January 10th. We'll just have a mid-season break, but we'll be back with a big bang on January 10th. Goodbye, everyone. Happy New Year. I won't blow any horns here. I will just say that peace, best of luck for a more exciting 2021 for everyone. Let's give everyone a big flying kiss, ladies. Mwah.
Mwah.
Mm.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Belle should get used to giving flying kisses. Mwah. Mm. And the wave, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. This has been your blogger, Norman, from normannorman.com, saying let us have the best New Year celebration with our family, but let's look forward to a more exciting 2021. Goodbye, everyone, and again, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Mwah! My goodness, I'm so